Good evening, I'm Norah O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us on this Monday night. We want to begin tonight with a major new development after that terrifying blowout in the sky. We learned just a short time ago about troubling new safety concerns and installation issues on Boeing's 737 MAX 9s, and those could be related to what caused the scary incident on board an Alaska Airlines plane. Remember, the cabin lost pressure, horrifying passengers as items, including an iPhone that remained intact, was actually sucked out of the plane. The data from the cockpit voice recorder was erased, making the installation more difficult. Well, today, the head of the NTSB said had that plane been flying any higher, it could have been catastrophic for the 171 passengers on board. As a result, every Boeing 737 MAX 9 was grounded. That's more than 170 planes, and for days now, these inspections have been ongoing. So late today, United revealing they have found what some of these issues are. Kris Van Cleave is our senior transportation correspondent. He's been on this since it happened, and he joins us now from Portland International Airport, where the plane took off from. So good evening, Kris. What do we know about these safety issues that they have just found out about?
Well, Norah, good evening. The investigation here remains centered on the 737 MAX 9 behind us here, but the concern about the airplane is growing after United Airlines began inspecting its MAX 9s and on a handful of planes found loose bolts that hold that piece of the plane in place. Sources tell us it's at least 5 airplanes, but those inspections are ongoing. United believes those loose bolts stem from the manufacturing process.
Tonight, investigators finally have their hands on a key piece of evidence: the 63-pound door panel that blew off an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 Friday night. With a loud bang and such force, it ripped open the locked cockpit door 26 rows away, sucking the headset off the first officer and literally pulling the shirt off a passenger. Nearly the entire cabin shows signs of damage, like these mangled seats next to the gaping hole that were fortunately unoccupied.
There was moments of, am I going to make it?
As oxygen masks fell, passenger Nicholas Hoke texted family what he feared could be his final messages.
That I love them and I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm in this predicament.
Saturday, the FAA grounded all 171 MAX 9s in the U.S. In 2019, all MAX jets were grounded for 619 days after 2 deadly crashes linked to a design flaw killed 346. Here in Portland, a schoolteacher found the missing door panel in his backyard. That plug door replaces an optional emergency exit on some 737s. Pilots flying the plane now at the center of the investigation reported pressurization warnings on 3 separate occasions in the weeks prior. The day before the incident, Alaska restricted the use of the newly built 737 so it wouldn't fly over the ocean, according to the National Transportation Safety Board.
So if you don't trust the plane to fly over water, should it have been flying at all?
It's an excellent question. That is something we're going to have to evaluate through our investigation.
Board Chair Jennifer Homendy.
Now, this plane was at 16,000 feet or so. What happens if it had been at cruise altitude?
We could have lost the aircraft. At that point, the pressure differential is so great that the explosion would have been extremely violent, extremely.
Oh, it is scary to hear that. Kris Van Cleave is back with us. All right, Kris, United and Alaska Airlines are the only ones with this type of plane. How big of an issue is this for Boeing?
This is a big issue. United and Alaska are 2 of Boeing's best customers, so you have hundreds of their flights being canceled daily. You also have a bigger issue. You have Boeing stock price down sharply on Wall Street, and this comes at a time when they've been dealing with quality control issues for some time and are looking to ramp up production of the 737 MAX, which is a cash cow for Boeing.
This investigation just getting underway. Kris, thank you so much.